Morning campers. Now I've got these roof bars on top of my van. I've had them on a while, and I thought I've often had is, wouldn't it be nice if I could have a light on the end of my bar that shines down at the ground, so when you're wandering around the van on a night time you can turn them on, and then you're not going to be tripping over everything that's outside your van. And I couldn't find anything that would fit there, so I thought, I'll make my own. Well, thanks to using SketchUp, which is all down to Greg Virgo, I saw him doing it for the interior of his van, and I thought I've just got to get to know how to use SketchUp, and I've done so much with it since then. It's down to that guy, because you know, I owe him that. He's got a brilliant YouTube channel. Go dig him out. He's got videos on everything. Anyhow, back to this. I thought that'll fit just perfect on end of my bar. I can cable tie it round, so I've designed it with 2 holes for 2 cable ties, and I can get some of them nice 10-watt LEDs in the front of there. Now 10-watt LEDs can be nice and bright, but don't let anybody fool you that they don't get hot. They'll take the skin off your fingers at 10 watts. The other thing is that at 10 watts, these aren't true 10-watt LEDs. Don't let them fool you with the eBay advertisements. You want to be using these at about 6 or 7 watts maximum, and if you can do them at 3 watts, that's even better. And you might think, 3 watts, that's not much, but in our house, the LED bulb in the front room is 12. I'm using 4 of these, so I can use 4 of these at 3 watts, and it'll be as bright at the side of my van as it is when I turn the big light on in the house. So I'm not going to get the heat, I'm not going to burn them out, I'm going to get my money's worth out of them at 3 watts. This LED in the picture here is the one that was in the previous picture where it was all nice and bright. As you can see, as I've turned the brightness down, you can see that there's a duff in the bottom. The centre middle bottom one is a duff, and the 2 on the outside of it are brighter than any others, and that's because it's built as 3 strips of 3. Now that bottom 3 is passing the current, but because the middle one is a bit shorted, the 2 on the outside are now doing its work. They're going to get hot. One of them's going to fail. Now then, when one of them fails, it might go open circuit, and then that strip of 3 goes out. If it doesn't, and it fails and it goes short, then the other 2 have then got to do its work, so then they're going to get stressed, and then they're going to fail. If all 3 go short, then your LED goes out, and that's another problem altogether. But if they go open circuit, which is very common that they will, then all the power you're putting into that LED that were calculated for 9 of them taking the stress, all that stress is now on 6 of them. So then they're going to start to fail, and then everything fails. So if you've got any LEDs like this, turn them down in brightness and check that they're all even just before they go out. And if there's a couple in a pack of 20, well, it's that one of them things. But if you bought a pack of 20 and 10 or 15 of them are as duff as this, get your money back, because they're going to fail. Anyhow, back to the LEDs I bought that I was happy with. While I was tinkering about in SketchUp, making the little mounts that'll fit upside down under the bars, I thought, well, why not add a PIR sensor to them? And so that's what I did. Back into SketchUp again, and made a mount to hold the PIR next to the LEDs. So then it was down to the 3D printer to do its bit and start printing it out. So here you can see there's the base of one, and well, now you can see there's a bit more of one, and eventually we get to a totally finished one, which we can then fit an LED into. and we need a bit of protection for that LED, and I thought, well, it just has to be plastic, that's clear. So I grabbed the pop bottle and cut a piece of plastic out of the pop, or for you Americans, soda bottle, stuck that in, hey presto, good as glass. And then I went a bit over the top and decided for over the back doors of my van, I should just make another one with a holder for the PIR in the centre and a plate at the bottom that I can mount 2 LEDs on at the back of the van. So, well, yeah, there you go. I've got one of them. Then it was time to kind of come up with a circuit diagram for all of this and design it all out, but that's a job for another video. The bits I chose were chucked together on a bit of what's called perf board. I couldn't be bothered with a breadboard idea, so I just stuck it on here. What I didn't think of was how I'd set it out. It soon became a total bird's nest for wiring, and what a mess, but it's a prototype. I didn't really care. It was just to get it working and see if it worked, and then, you know, I'd build a better one. So it got taped up as best as it could and put into a makeshift little box to keep it waterproof. And I'll use this, you know, for a month or two just to check that it works as I want. And if it does, well, I can either build a better one, or if it's been working for a couple of months, it might just end up just being what it is and staying there. So I suppose now we better go outside and see how they look. As you can see, the fit on the ends, the cable ties go through the channels that are 3D printed into them. And can you see the big obvious mistake? They're a bit too big. If we go back to that first picture that started this video, where I measured the end of the things, I forgot what the measurement was, and I thought it's going to be an inch, it's going to be 25 mil. Yeah, they don't fit. They're about 3 mil bigger than what I should have had them, but well, it is what it is. I don't think it's gonna matter. It just annoys me. Same as it really annoys me that when I planned to add the PIR to the side of an LED, I didn't move the cable tie mounting points to make it sit centered under the bar. It just looks odd to me, and now that's going to drive me mad. But they're working. Here's a video. They definitely work. As you can see, they come on when you walk around them. There's the sides are on, the back door comes on, and the other side comes on. And since I've finished this, and during the past couple of days when I've been throwing this video together, one thing I've noticed is they're great at detecting cats at night time. Toodles everybody, thanks for watching. I hope this is of interest to you, and well, who cares? If you're into this kind of crap, subscribe away. I'm sure I'll be doing more of it. Thanks for watching. Nice to have had you spend your time watching what I've done. Might see you again. Well, I won't see you because the video's kind of one way if you